The mayor that has taken over New York City, that's going to take down the city that never sleeps, the city of life's dreams, this city that our ancestors brought forth in prosperity and greatness and liberty. This city will turn into a forbidden place of darkness. The blood, sweat, and tears that the city of New York was built on will turn into a virtual refugee shelter for the radical ideology. This is now the most dangerous time for our citizens of New York. This mayor will destroy this city. We are obligated to demand our rights for our private sanctuary, our businesses, our property that we all have worked so hard for. And this 35-year-old mayor has no right dictating the rules of socialism for a city built on our highest principles with brick and stone by hardworking Americans. This must be stopped, and his mayoralty should be terminated immediately. You, the people of the greatest city, New York, are in danger of losing your city to this communist fool. We, the people, must stand for the greatest nation's purpose, the honor of our flag, the red, white, and blue, and for which it stands, one nation under God, and liberty and justice for all. This country, the United States of America, is the land of our greatest achievement, the American dream. And we, the people, have put our trust in the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. He and only he can stop this horror, as this Mayor Mamdani will try to destroy New York's wealth and turn it.
Democrats must recognize.
Yes, for the past weeks, I've seen a lot of people calling out Mamdani. And when you look at this video, you can clearly see the frustrations a lot of people are having about his elections win. Taking a look at this, it never ends where you bring in socialism and everything gets worse. Poland chose capitalism after Soviet rule, and boom, Venezuela chose socialism and collapse. The difference could not be more clear. That has been the thing so far. And I'm impressed that some liberals are calling him out, especially people who stood up to vote for him. Watching Bill Maher a few hours ago, he was very clear on what he said about Mamdani and his voters. When I look at that video, I was like, this is the truth. Take a look at this clip.
Democrats must recognize that Zoran Mamdani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party. We've run this experiment many times, and the results are always obvious. Here's capitalist South Korea at night from space. Here's socialist North Korea. Yeah. In 1990, Venezuela was wealthier than Poland. But then Poland, finally free of Soviet-style economics, went all in on capitalism. And now their economy is as big as Japan. And people there have high wages, low inflation, cars, vacations, homes. Meanwhile, Venezuela traded capitalism for Hugo Chavez's socialism for the 21st century, which turned out to be like socialism in the last century or any century. A mess. It turned one of Latin America's richest countries into one of its...
No lies dictated after seeing this video. That is the truth. The experiment did not work out in a very long time. But people seem not to understand what exactly is happening.
So now that Mamdani won New York City mayoral race, here's a question I got for you. Who do you think is moving to New York City? Who's actually moving? Not forget about the people that are moving out. 756,000 families are definitely thinking about moving out of New York City. No. Who's moving to New York City? You may say nobody. You're wrong. A lot of people will. But you know what type of people? Let's go through it together. You think job creators are moving to New York City? Probably not. You think investors are moving to New York City? Probably not. You think families who want safety for their kids and the criminals to be kept into prison are going to be going to New York City? No. You think people that are pro Second Amendment, safety, low taxes are going to be moving to New York City? No. But who will be moving to New York City? If you're a criminal, it's a great time to move to New York City. Think about it. He wants to let people out of prison. Guess what? I'm not telling you to move there, but it's a great policy. If you're somebody that doesn't want to work at all and you just want entitlement programs, this is a massive opportunity to move to New York City. Massive opportunity to move to New York City. If you're an illegal, you kidding me? Like this is heaven for you. He will protect you. Move to New York City. He will protect you. He's for you. So I think New York City is about to have a net migration increase, not decrease. Everyone's thinking they're going to lose people. They're not going to lose people. It's about to increase. Let me tell you what type of people are going to move there. All of those people we just talked about. FYI, I'm Armenian and a Syrian. You know when Armenians left Iran or Lebanon or Armenia, where they moved to? Glendale. And we all moved because we felt safer there. You know what type of people are going to move to New York City? People who are democratic socialists, people who are Muslims. I would feel safe there if he's the mayor. And people who are wanting entitlement programs. This guy's been raised by a rich family. Mom made money, dad's made money, and entitled. It's kind of cool. So guess what? To all the criminals, those who want entitlement programs, and illegal immigrants, you officially have a great city to move to. It's called New York City.
If you have been watching this channel for days now, you realize I started reporting about this guy. At first, I didn't want to do that. But when I look at how a lot of things have been poured out on social media, many people are not taking notice of. I had to change my mind to report on what exactly is going on. This guy, during his victory speech, he said something that triggered Trump. Yeah, Trump was actually angry because he was bitter on that speech. 2 days after, watching Mamdani in an interview, a question surfaced to him about meeting with Trump. He is now looking for a means to see Trump. At the end of the day, have you noticed that Trump did not congratulate this guy? It didn't happen. The campaign he carried out, it was like he was campaigning against Trump. That is what I saw all through, which to me, that was crazy.
I will be proactive in the work that I do, and I think that is because of the responsibility I hold to 8.5 million people of being their mayor. It is important that you are open to working with anyone, no matter what disagreements you may have. And I've said this when it pertains to President Trump, that if President Trump wants to speak about lowering the cost of living or delivering cheaper groceries like he ran on, I'm there to have that conversation. The distinction will be that previous administrations have looked to have that conversation to the benefit of themselves and the expense of the people that we look to serve.
Understood, but do you plan to call President Trump?
I will be reaching out to the White House and as we prepare to actually take.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
You know, I posted these short clips a few days ago. I went through my comment section to see what Libras are saying. You know, I realized these people have confidence that this man will actually do things. Free buses, this, that. They have confidence. They believe a lot will change. I don't always like to go fast. I always just want to wait to see the end result with these people. At this point, I just want to be observant with what is going to happen. It's not far from now. You will see things that your eyes have not seen in a long time. You know, when you see Libras like this sending a warning to people, it's not like they are deviating away from their party. It's because they knows exactly what is going on.
And I think it's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Like, what did Mamdani say in his acceptance speech in New York? He said there is no problem. What did he say about no problem too big for the government or too small for the government to fix?
With these people, and it is a call for concern.
Oh, Mamdani! Dios me libre! Oh my God! This is comunista!
These people are easily convinced.
I think the Democrats are still a mess. I truly believe they're a mess just because there is, what this shows to me is, again, there is this underlying potential energy within the United States of America that is much larger.
And frankly, he could do a master class for all Democrats.
Do with the midterm.
Taught us.
I was expecting Democrats to win. Supported by the Democrats, they run California. Read it. Virginia, in particular, has never been a great bellwether.
I want to appreciate people supporting me, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips, that is for the YT algorithm. They hardly recommend videos on this channel.
19. And by extension,
It voted over.
that was my first instant to have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us.
It's
History.
point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic.
He even gets an off
If the Democrats
thing because how many times do somebody asks
for.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews. I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama.
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Right.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one. Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show.
to spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
All the same people that are in these polite...
Disagree with Gavin Newsom said that he doesn't...
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.
I mentioned last night Trump was bragging about how
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Peggy D.
many were surprised to see Darth Renner.
Between now,
60 minutes for editing an interview.
Generation. And that's a pretty bold statement.
have a place when they have state dinners. They're doing.
Yes.
You know, I know